Graham Keene, the #1 player in Pennsylvania, joins us. Graham, good to see you again, man. I know you said you could barely sleep for your excitement for today. So take me inside. Like, were you visualizing what today was going to be like? Like, what was the preparation like?
So yeah, I always talk with my dad about he's like a big believer in the visualization.
Okay.
So when we were about 14, me and a couple of the kids on our team started, just like every night we would just close our eyes, deep breath, just envision success, and that's what I was doing last night. It's been kind of, what I've been doing before every game, event, anything like that. So, yeah, I just had some deep breaths, calm the mind a little bit, get ready for today.
I love it, man. And it works. It's like that stuff is legit. Like, I don't think people people can say it's like, hokey, but there's like a legitimate sense of you preparing yourself mentally for something. It's like when you get there, you've already done it.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
So, that's 100%. A huge piece of it. So we got you with exit velos around 103.4, bat speed north of 81 miles an hour now, outfield velo 97. What are you looking to trump during the showcase part of future games?
I mean, obviously I want to go out every time and, break every record that I have. So, I mean, that's always, I always feel like that's always in play. I feel like I prepare myself really well, whether that's in the weight room, nutritionally, sleep-wise. So I always feel like I'm as best prepared as possible to go out there and do my thing. But I'm honestly really just looking to have fun with my friends. I mean, PA's got such a great team this year. I mean, the guys on the team are just awesome. So it's really nice to just get down here and see some of the kids I haven't seen in a while and just have fun with those guys.
And I think there's always, you've talked about this a little bit, but I think, so people will see what you guys do on the field. Certainly they'll see it on social media, they'll see the clips, but there's like buckets, right? There's like what you do from a mental standpoint, there's what you do from a physical standpoint, and there's what you do from a training standpoint that end up resulting in the player that we see on the field. It sounds like that mental side of it is something that just keeps expanding for you.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Obviously, like, this game is built around failure, and I mean, you hear all the time, they're like, oh, you got to train the mental, mental's 90% of the game, but really, like, how many people are out there training like the mental side of it? And I felt like that's something I really tried to hammer down this offseason and really last summer, just not letting the highs get too highs, not letting the lows get too lows. And I've actually been really fortunate to work with Sean Casey, because he grew up actually
nice,
like the next town over from us. So, I mean, there's a little bit of a rivalry there. But he's really awesome, and he's taken me under his wing, and it's been really awesome.
The mayor, right?
Yeah,
the mayor.
Oh, yeah.
Well, your high school, I went through like everybody we had coming in studio here talking about famous alumni from their high school. Yours is like ridiculous because you got Mark Cuban, you got Ian Happ, Jillian Jacobs, who I know your mom knows from the X-Files back in the day, the actress. Then Kurt Angle, the wrestler as well. What's the trophy case like at the high school?
It's ridiculous, and it's always expanding. Obviously, our girls lacrosse team now is like ridiculous. Boys lacrosse team's ridiculous. So even when, let's say, football, baseball aren't like doing as well as we should, other sports are really picking it up. We had this girl who's a swimmer named Sylvia Roy, just absolutely dominating the competition. She's going to Virginia, so it's obviously like there's athletes everywhere at Mount Lebanon. David Shields, obviously, I know everyone knows him, so it's awesome to see him do his thing. And the trophy cases, we had like 3 basketball courts, and the trophy case is just the whole stretch of all of them. So it's really awesome seeing that. And definitely when you go in the gym and you look around and see all the banners, it's really cool to see all that.
So you guys got the High School Hall of Fame, I'm sure, as well. Is that, I mean, when you're so I only ask this because Grayson Roser and I were having this conversation a little bit ago. It's funny how many kids come from schools where you're like, the list of famous alumni is really long, and it's like almost no surprise that kid is finding success, as opposed to kids who come from smaller schools and maybe it's a little bit hard. Does the environment kind of feed that, you think?
I think it's really awesome going to one of the biggest schools in like my area. I think that always really helps because I mean, the coaches are obviously great. Like Coach McCloskey, what he's done with the program has just been, it's been like special. Him and his dad have both just been in it for way before I was born, way before Ian Happ was born, and it's been awesome to see what those guys have produced, and just like all the athletes in general. I always joke there's something in the water in Mount Lebanon with all these guys coming through, but it's really awesome. It's a special place.
I'm always interested in guys who have influenced players along the way. And sometimes I think we forget because obviously August 1st is looming. The coaches can come calling. The next chapter of baseball for you is becoming very real. But you had a time period where you were a young developing player and you looked towards players in developing your game? Who are those guys that you mentioned the work with Sean Casey, but when you sat down and watched, when you watched on YouTube, when you watched games, who did you pay attention to most?
So I say this every single time. It's Rock Riggio, man. The way that guy plays the game of baseball is just, it's special, man. He's got so much fire, so much fight out there, and I obviously think like that's who I want to be like. I want to be just like that guy who's going out there every day, competing his tail off, just having a great time. And watching what he did at Oklahoma State back in the day was just special. And now he's doing it in the minor leagues, and it's awesome to see that sort of stuff.
It seems like Max Hall is a very popular answer. Bryce Harper is a very popular answer. Now PCA is becoming like the one that everybody else is gravitating towards now. All right, so one fun thing we're doing is here, we got a game show element of this. So we're doing random questions. So producer Mason's going to arrange the lead in. What he's going to do is he's going to give me 3 random questions between 1 and 100. These questions were generated by ChatGPT, so I'm not held responsible for what these are. So he's going to give me your numbers 1 through 100, and that'll be the answer, the questions that you're going to answer. What do we got, Mason?
You got 25,
32,
and 65.
All right, 25, 32, and 65. Number 25. If your gear could talk, what would it say about you?
It would, what would it say? Probably put me down. I mean, the batting gloves are just, they need a break there, especially with the hot weather. They're just getting sweated through constantly. The bats are probably saying, gosh, give me a break. I mean, I'm working out hitting every day with those guys, so it's just, they're probably asking just, for a break. The gloves, obviously. I like to switch it up between the outfield and infield mitts. So when I play catch and all that, so they're probably like feeling a little bit better, but still, they're all probably asking for a break.
All right, I love it. All right, number 32. Have you ever tried to look cool in warm-ups and totally failed?
Oh gosh, we used to do this thing on the Hit Dogs where we would jog out to center field. We'd all stretch out there, like the cool guy thing. Yeah. Stretch out in center field. And the one time I was getting stretched out, like one of the guys on the team was like pulling my hammy back and just like, stretching my hammies out. And I was just, it hurt so bad. And I couldn't help but let out like a little, oh my gosh. And the other team's right there. And it was just like, oh gosh, this is embarrassing. And then, and actually it's funny enough, we ended up like playing really well, ended up beating the team. So then that summer we had that going for a little bit. Every game we would go out there, and then it was just glad we left it in 14U.
The thing that I think an outfielder would always screw up is is everyone's trying to do that thing when you win a game now and the 3 outfielders come together and they do something that's the thing that you would do, and maybe it wouldn't look as cool as you wanted it.
Yeah, so we actually, funny enough you say that, we tried, we were winning one of the games this summer pretty big, and me, Finian O'Loughlin, and Ryder Concannon, we were on the outfield, and who was it? Finn caught a pop-up. And you know how the infielders all like they throw around the baseball, get it going around. We were like, you know what? Let's do it in the outfield. And so we like to think maybe we started something. You might see that around here, but
didn't work quite so well.
No, I think it looks great. I mean, I think it's our own special thing, but it probably doesn't look the best.
All right, this is a good one. Number 65. If Gatorade came in dessert flavors, what should the first one be?
Oh goodness, dessert flavors. Gosh. You gotta think like some like melted popsicle. I feel like something like that. That's pretty similar to what they have. Oh gosh, I feel like the ice cream stuff would just be brutal in the heat. Yeah, that would just be really.
Well, it would be flavored like it though. It wouldn't necessarily have to be ice cream, but it could taste like vanilla ice cream. It could taste like strawberry shortcake or fudge or something along those ways.
Strawberry shortcake would be really good. Yeah. Have a little sweetness in that.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be really good. Strawberry shortcake would be a really good one. Yeah.
All right, I love it. We'll get that off to the people at Gatorade and try to make that happen. All right, he is Graham King. Graham, thank you so much. I appreciate it.